Can you believe it? For the first time in 17 years, we are going to be hearing a brand new album from the one and only Andre 3000, and I don't think this could have ever came at a more unexpected time. After nearly 20 years of waiting for a new solo album and never receiving it, Andre has managed to defy all expectations by announcing that he is dropping a brand new record on Friday, November 17th titled New Blue Sun. With 8 tracks that will play out over the span of 87 minutes, we are finally getting a brand new album from the legendary Outkast member, but to everyone's surprise, the record's nothing even remotely close to what we expected. New Blue Sun marks uncharted territory for Andre 3000, not just because this is the first time he will be releasing a true solo project, but also because this album is not a hip-hop record at all. Now, steering away from rap and any sort of music that utilizes Andre's vocal talent as a whole, this album will be driven by the instrument that over the years, 3 Stacks has popped up in public playing more and more, which I am of course talking about the flute. Now, after 20 years since the last true Andre 3000 album, I can understand why this drastic switch in style may have some people mad and disappointed, but after hearing what Andre had to say about this album in a brand new interview he has done, it's clear that this chapter in his creative journey is so important, not just for himself, but for hip-hop as a whole, and let me tell you why. Andre is now operating on a level that we have never seen most artists on, and while a jazz-influenced flute album may not be what you want from him at this point, this record is commencing the birth of a new Andre 3000 where his artistry has no limits. Now, revealing the track list of this album, you will see that the songs have much longer and wordier titles than usually expected, and if you're still confused about why Andre has went into the direction he has, don't worry, because he addresses this massive shift in style right on the intro track. I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time, which is honestly such an infatuating way to title a song. Now, when explaining his thought process for the song, Andre said this: "So the title is because this album is about wind and breathing. In that way, it is true. It is literally blowing me this way, and I'm blowing flutes and I'm blowing digital instruments." And from the way Andre talks about how he has let his creative spirit just take over and create based on instincts rather than intent, we can see where this album is being crafted from. In the past, Andre 3000 has talked about how his need for perfectionism along with his own anxieties have limited just how much he can commit to making new music, and as he explains how he made this record, while he certainly battles with the same set of obstacles, playing the flute has been a gateway for him to rediscover his creative voice. Now, as everybody has probably seen at this point, Andre 3000's flute has become a staple of his persona in recent years. Place after place around the world, it seems like fans have been playing a game of Where's Waldo, finding Andre playing the flute in areas ranging from a Japanese sidewalk to the inside of a Starbucks. Now, as Andre talks about his connection to the flute in this interview, he describes playing it and making instrumental music as a more rebellious form of expression that allows for him to communicate in more ways than words ever allow. When describing how the fluidity within the sonics of his upcoming album enhances what he's trying to convey, Andre said this: "Now that people are finally hearing it, everybody has their own translation, and that's kinda cool because it's for you. It's your thing. You can have your own thoughts with it. I have my own thoughts. One cool thing about flute or any kind of instrumental music, but for me, the focus is the flute and the wind instruments. Like whatever mood I'm in, if I'm playing, I could be saying anything. I could be saying, I hate that. I could be saying that with my flute, or I could be saying, oh, you're really attractive. I could be saying those things in my mind and translating them in my way. It's funny, some things in society you can't say out loud, especially now. Everybody's really sensitive about things, but you can say them with an instrument. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a subtalk, and again, hearing things like this shows you how advanced of a level that Andre is operating on. This album is not telling a concrete story or trying to make you feel a defined emotion, but instead is serving as a palette of tools where you can find your own discoveries in the music, and this is such an innovative thing to do. For an artist as creative as Andre 3000, when you look at his entire catalog and sequence to this, having a record that is so fluid and open in terms of what he wants people to get out of it is the perfect juxtaposition to his last studio album, The Love Below, which was a tightly written concept album with a focused story. Now, with every single song that will be on this album, not a single one of them was written in advance, and instead, Andre and his collaborators just played from their hearts, improvising and having fun with one another. Now, throughout this interview, Andre highlights how the companionship and collaborators he has had throughout his entire career have been one of the defining reasons why he's been able to craft his visions in such a powerful manner, and here is no different. collaborating with musicians in the jazz scene like Carlos Nino and multiple others. Andre praises this group he has been working with for their chemistry and understanding of one's skills, and this of course reminds him of the legendary Dungeon family he came up with. Now, while Andre 3000 is in a different era of his career, he still cherishes what artists like him, Big Boy, Goody Mob, Organized Noise, and Killer Mike were able to achieve together, and even make sure to pay homage to his roots on one of the song titles, "Dreams Once Buried Beneath the Dungeon Floor Slowly Sprout into Undying Gardens." Now, speaking of collaboration, there are other high-profile names Andre has played this album around to get their opinion, including Killer Mike, who actually hinted to us that Andre was going to drop an album in the first place, but also with names like Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean, who played key roles in helping Andre release this record. While playing Tyler and Frank the new album, they offered Andre their opinions, with Tyler describing how vivid of a scene the music put him in, and Frank telling him which tracks he really loved. Having the support of two of the most popular artists today who clearly took inspiration from Andre coming up is such a full circle moment for everybody involved, and only adds to the confidence everybody should have in this album being one of a kind. Now, with Andre 3000's upcoming album, I think the best way we can prepare for it is to expect to be transported into a new realm. It's clear that the direction of this project will be nothing like we have ever seen before, and this is what makes the prospect of it so exciting. We are lucky enough to hear the brand new chapter of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time's artistic journey, and while it may not be the record we expected, I'm sure it will be the record we needed. Now, through Andre 3000's new interview, we can see that the release of New Blue Sun will truly be the beginning of a new chapter in his career. After his run with Outkast and his array of features that have kept us fed in recent years, we are now entering the next chapter of Andre 3000's career, and one that is only guided by one thing: creativity. We have never seen a rapper at his age with so many skills at his disposal and so many paths he can explore. I don't think New Blue Sun will be the last Andre 3000 album, but instead is going to help him regain the confidence he once had to drop music more frequently. So no matter what you are expecting from Andre 3000's new album, when you hear it, make sure to listen to it with an open mind, and once again, let yourself fall in love with one of the most gifted artists we will ever see in our lifetime. So if you're excited for new Andre 3000 music, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and it is free to do. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you are as excited about this album as I am. Mr. F, Fantastic Hip Hop, signing out. Catch you in the next video.